Hey, you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, I wanted to talk about how the narcissist makes you fight their battles. Yeah, the narcissist, they get you to fight their battles. This is why narcissists are able to sometimes stay on top. This is why even when the narcissist is hitting rock bottom, they're still able to get supply. This is why they walk around very arrogantly, very carefree. This is why a lot of times you see that they're trying to control their anger, but they're taking it out on you. They're taking out the demons that they're battling. They're taking it out on you. They know that they're taking it out on you. They're just waiting to see, if you're going to fight their battles. If you fight their battles, they feel like, okay, you believe everything I tell you. You think I'm really your friend. You think that we're really close. You think that I have empathy for you because I've learned to make everything about you. So this is why, even when they're love bombing the new supply and, they're talking down on you or talking down on people around them, their friends, their family, they're building relationships with people through trauma. They're talking about problems. They make people, they get people to trust them. People start calling them every day or, showing up at their home. A lot of times you'll see narcissists, their home is like a revolving door. People are coming in and out, or they're always at someone's house. They're always waking up on the phone, going to sleep on the phone, talking to people all the time, gossiping. A lot of times the narcissist tells you they don't like the gossip. Sometimes they'll just sit there and listen to people. They'll listen to people and then they'll try to relate to them, through life experiences or situations. They'll try to give people advice. And when people have someone that listens to them, they automatically feel like, I'm not at war with this person. I could put my guard down. There's no point on going to war with someone or to be strategic with someone if they're not giving me a reason to be at war with them. The narcissists, they study people. So if you're, even if you're an empath, right? But you learned that you can't fight other people's battles, so you sit back. The narcissist is paying attention. They're like, oh, you're not fighting, this person's battles. You're not angry. You're not upset. You're not defending this person, or you're calling the person, you're calling the people around you on their bullshit. When you have family and friends that are narcissistic, but you call them out on it and they know you call them out on it. They know they can't BS you because you see right through them. The narcissist doesn't want to be around that type of empath because they feel like, nah, you've been through something, you've learned, you've gained experience, you're learning how to survive. You're learning how to survive because most empaths are people that want to defend people, and while defending people, it makes you look like the narcissist, It's like seeing someone getting into an argument, right, at a fast food place, and someone cuts in and they're getting in the middle of that argument and they're like, hey, don't talk to the cashier like that, and they start getting into it and trying to calm the situation down, right? And that person gets even more mad. They're like, you shouldn't even be telling me anything, lady, I don't even know you. Don't talk to me, you know? This got nothing to do with you, right? They're still pissed off at that person. I want my money back. I want a refund. I want half off on my bill. That person might be an empath and they're looking at it like, oh, they're just trying to get something for free. They're a narcissist. So you want to call the narcissist out on their BS. They actually think that what they're doing is right, because they think, oh, I'm standing up for what's wrong. That's wrong. Because they're seeing that person heated. But they don't know if that cashier was rude or said something. They don't really know. They just know that other person is pissed. That person, they're probably dealing with a narcissist all day. Now they're coming out in public. They don't even want to go get, anything to eat. And that, they're being disrespected. And that person's like, oh, you don't have to be so, belligerent and be yelling and doing all this. But you don't really know what's going through that person's mind. But you feel like it's not right with what you're doing, whether you're angry or not, just walk away. If you're angry, if it's bad service, leave. Don't come here no more. Or you can't take, whatever you're going through on other people because it makes you look like the narcissist. How am I the narcissist? That doesn't make any sense. I'm the one being an empath and trying to do the right thing and calm it down. And I'm a good person. I want everyone to see that I stood up for what was wrong in my eyes, right? And that person, like I said, they might not be a narcissist. You don't know. They're fighting some type of battle in their mind. That cashier, she might have not said anything. And now she feels like, oh, I'm going through stuff in my life too, and I can't take it out on you because I'm at work. I don't want to deal with people with nasty attitudes coming in here and demanding stuff just because they're having a bad day. So that person might go off even on the customer. And guess what? Someone might come in and think that the person working is wrong. Hey, you're fired. You should never, you should have never did that. You acted out of character. You acted out of anger, out of emotions. So you have emotional people out here that are battling battles in their mind. And this is why having mannerism, etiquette, how to know how to give people their space is very important, especially, where you live, where you lay your head at. And then you have to deal with even more narcissists, right? They're dealing with their own battles and then they're taking it out on you. They block your driveway. You say something to them. Hey, please don't do that. I don't like that. Please, you might even leave a note because you don't want to talk to them. Then they throw the note on the floor and rip it in pieces, right? They're pissed because you said something to them instead of them looking at it like, you know what? Yeah, I don't like it when people tell me stuff, but they're not wrong. Let me not do it anymore. Let me tell my family not to do that anymore. When friends come over, I'm gonna tell them, hey, move your car, don't block their driveway. They don't like that, right? It's disrespectful. But whether that person is a narcissist or not, they're battling something in their mind. So guess what? Now they're gonna project all that energy onto you. And now you're gonna be pissed. Now you're gonna keep telling that person, please stop doing it. Now you're telling them because you wrote them the note. Now you're telling them. Now you're yelling. Now you're mad. Now you're angry. You know what I'm saying? Now you're getting into altercations and you're going back and forth. And guess what they do? They gossip to other people. They play the victim. Everything, they act like they haven't done anything. They act like your reaction, your anger is, you're the narcissist because you're angry, upset. It's been building up for a long time, and now they're the victim, and they go and talk to other people, involving them in their battles. And now they set up traps and scenarios to get you upset. And then they're like, see, I told you. I told you. They purposely tell people, just pull up behind me knowing it's going to block, or they talk bad about you, and they get people mad because they act like good people to these people. And these people can't see the narcissism, the lack of accountability, the arrogance, the need to control the power. They don't see that. So they're going to fight the narcissist battles, especially if it's their family or their siblings. Now that siblings say, oh, you said something to me. You said something to my mom. You said something to my brother. You said something to my sister. And, now it's other people getting involved. Now the friends, they multiply like roaches. I'm not lying to you. They multiply like roaches. So now guess what? They have family, friends fighting battles for them. Now the family and friends, while they're fighting the battles, the narcissist is playing the victim. Yeah, I haven't been able to get too much work done. I'm behind on a bill because I was in such a bad mood. I had to take the rest of the week off, so I'm behind. And now they're asking for things, or now those people are defending them, and then they feel proud of themselves because, see, they're going through their own battles, but they're ignoring their battles. They're ignoring them, and they're feeding off of the narcissist battles. They're fighting their battles and don't even see how it's affecting the victim. They don't care about the victim until it happens to them, and then they want to come and link up with you to save them from the misery. They want you to save them from the battles they're facing, and they want to drain your energy now. But they'll sit there and feel proud of themselves at the moment because they're battling these battles for the narcissist, and now they're expressing their own battles to the narcissist, and the narcissist is feeding into it. And this person truly believes the narcissist is a good person. They're like, this person, this is a church person. This is a holy person. This is a real person. This is someone who's went through it just like me. This is someone I could relate to. This is someone who, they're from where I'm from. They get it. They're like me. They think like me. And now they're expressing all their pain to the narcissist. And the narcissist is encouraging them. The narcissist picks up their calls. The narcissist comes over to their house, cooks them meals, invites them over, for cookouts late at night, in the middle of the week, the middle of the work week. You're just watching the rotating doors, right? Especially when it's a lot of narcissistic people living in one home, all the revolving doors of people. When you are wise enough, you're not going to have rotating doors in your home because you're not going to want to be involved with everyone's battles, because you know that being involved in someone's life and listening to their battles puts you in danger. And is this person worth putting your life in danger? Is standing up for people all the time worth putting your life in danger? That's why a lot of times people tell you, mind your own business, not because, you can't stand up for people, because there's a right time and place to do that. You can talk to people on the side and tell them, hey, control your anger, because guess what? It's going to land you in a lot of trouble. But for you to try to sit there and get involved and try to break things up and keep going back and forth about the same things with people, you're helping them battle their battles, just like the narcissist stays around you for so many years, always bringing up their issues, but they never really cared about yours. So these people will feel like they owe the narcissist something because they feel like, I just had a therapy session. This person made me feel good. You know, they don't really know if the narcissist is a narcissist, and sometimes they do, but they feel like the narcissist wouldn't do anything to them. They're like, oh yeah, this person's arrogant, they have narcissistic traits, but they're not like a true narcissist. They wouldn't try to destroy someone. They still have this benefit of the doubt that they're not as wicked because they're not the ones being targeted sometimes in the same way as the person that is sleeping with them. It's a different type of battle, and it's a different type of betrayal. And sometimes it can become the same if they get involved with you and you feel like, hey, I've seen this person grow up. I've seen this person in a relationship. I've seen the narcissist has been talking down on this person. And now the flying monkey, has become the new supply. And now they have to deal with the narcissist battles from, what they've done to you. Now they have to take over. And a lot of times they're going to have a lot of red flags and things that are going to make them aware of the narcissist lying, or the narcissist not being honest about their relationships with people, because you're pictured as a bad person. And in this person's eyes, you are a bad person. They've been seeing the narcissist, with you for a long time. They've always been nice to them. They've never had no issues with them. The narcissist always kept it real with them in their eyes. But there's going to be red flags just like you had red flags and you ignored them. And they're not going to even know that they're dealing with a narcissist. Because they're chameleons, Narcissists are people that, neglect you, abuse you, are jealous of you, and all these sick, twisted things. They basically, hate you once they get to know you. It's like they feel like, hey, if I have you figured out, if I always know your next move, if you're predictable, I'm going to know how to manipulate you. And if I can manage to manipulate you or manage to get you to believe everything I tell you, then, you don't have a clue that, life and love is a battlefield, right? You don't have a clue. And, that other person, their friends, the people they associate themselves with, they're not going to see that other side of them. They're not going to see that other side of them because most people are fighting the narcissist battles with them just by being around them, and they don't even know it. Sometimes the narcissist doesn't even need anything from you. They don't really need money or anything from you. All they need is time. All they need is energy. All they need is, the knowing of, I have this person here, or this person, they can benefit me, or, I can call this person for help. They're only looking at people as tools, as fuel, as supply. It's not, it's an ulterior motive. It's an ulterior motive when it comes to any relationship that they have. And, as they get older, they don't care. They don't care. Certain things aren't enough for them. Love, things like that aren't enough for them. Those things don't exist. They don't feel like they can trust people. They don't feel like anyone can be loyal to them. So it doesn't matter how much you can be loyal to this person. They're only worried about their own battles. And if these people start a clean slate with this person, the narcissist is going to make sure that you face battles with them in order to keep a trauma bond. So they will create things for you. They will ruin you, sabotage you. They can say they love you, but they're going to constantly sabotage you. Sometimes they can smile in your face. They can buy you gifts. It can seem like you have the perfect person, but behind that smile, they're setting up booby traps. Just like certain people, they end up, getting certain people pregnant, and they make promises to that person, or sometimes that person is willing to bow down to the narcissist and whatever they're on, they're on whatever the narcissist time is on. Whatever time the narcissist is on, they're on that time right along with them. And it's not going to be enough, because the narcissist is always going to make sure to drop their battles when they lie, when they deceive. No matter how much freedom you give them, they're always going to make sure to drop those battles on you and create new ones for you. And while they're creating new ones for you, they're moving on to the next person. They're starting new relationships, new friendships, even while being married, even while, being in serious committed relationships. They're not committed. They're not committed. They're not loyal. They're not willing to fight. When someone is lying to you, they're not willing to fight any battles for you. So that means when it comes to your health or important situations, they're going to make excuses, or they're going to victimize themselves and even if they don't attack you and they learn to control, their anger, especially as they get older, they'll make things seem like if they could help you, they would. And that's far from the truth. So this is why I say a lot of people will go to these people because they think they're not that bad. They'll express their feelings about their own battles, and it makes them feel close, and then they feel like they owe the narcissist something. So, they'll offer these people things. They'll buy them gifts. They'll pay for lunch. They'll start paying for things and doing things. Even if the narcissist pays, sometimes the narcissist is looking at it like, okay, sometimes I pay, but when I don't have the finances to be going out and things like that, I have friends that are willing to pay. And you might think, oh, that's what friends are for, right? Like, why would you not be a good friend and return the favor? They did something nice for you. You do something nice for them. Sometimes you might even invite them over for parties because it's like, it's not a big deal to invite this person, but in the narcissist's eyes, they look at it in a transactional way. This is why if you say the wrong thing to them, or sometimes if you bring out the truth about, if you decipher the truth about some of their stories, once you start catching on and you start getting to know this person more and you start deciphering some of their stories, a lot of supplies, once they realize the narcissist lies and deceives as well, they tend to push it to the side, because they're seeing the narcissist for who they've been this whole time. They're looking at it like, oh, when I was going through something, that person was I really needed them at that moment. I owe them something. So as an empath, you always want to return the favor to people who have done nice things for you. And out of respect, you should always look out for people who have looked out for you. But just because you return the favor, or you look out for people, it does not mean that you have to fight their battles just because they were there for you. Sometimes you feel like, oh, well, all I'm going to do is talk to them and let them relieve themselves of what they're going through, because when I was going through something, they were there for me. So you allow these people to relieve whatever it is they're going through, but you don't know that they're telling you lies and they're twisting stories. And even when you start catching on to some of these stories, you feel like you're in a messed up predicament, because you know that this person can feel attacked if you call them out, or that if you tell them the truth, they might still come around you and say, oh, I like this friend because they tell me the truth. But in the back of the narcissist's head, this is dangerous because some people, you think, oh, I know exactly who they are, what type of person they are. But in their mind, if you figured out enough information to know who they are, they feel like you should be scared of them. You shouldn't even be around them because they're fighting battles. They have people at war with them, and it's dangerous just being around them. Imagine being in a battle that you're not even a part of, and now you're associating yourself with someone who has enemies after them, and just being around them can get you hurt. So to them, it's like, you don't really know who I am. You think you have an idea. Some of their friends are like, oh, me and this dude, we're exactly the same. Like I've had situations where I was with the narcissist, and I was with him for years, and he had, started hanging out with an old friend, and they just started hanging out more. And when I was around this person, they assumed things about me, or assumed I didn't know the narcissist the way I thought I knew them. And they kind of like made a comment where they were like, oh, me and the narcissist, they didn't say the narcissist, but they were like, me and him are alike in a lot of ways. And the narcissist had told me that he had discarded someone he had been with for a long time for someone that basically didn't stick around, and now they're just messing with different people. So the moment they said that to me, in a way, they're snitching on the narcissist because they think that they're undermining you the way they've undermined other supplies, and they're making their judgment of you, and they're making up things in their head, and they even tell on themselves. So because they think you're stupid, that if you make the narcissist aware of that, the narcissist feels like this person is invading their battlefield, So you protect the narcissist, and they feel like they're messing up their protection, and they feel like, oh, you're trying to take over. They almost feel like they're trying to flirt with you. They think you're dumb. They think you're stupid. Most of them think you're an idiot, and it doesn't matter your knowledge. If they see you and you seem like a nice girl, right? You seem like a nice person. You seem like a nice woman. You seem like a nice man. You seem like a nice boy. To them, they're looking at the outer appearance. They're not thinking of the knowledge and who you are as a person, your identity, your wisdom. They're not thinking about all that. They're just assuming, hey, you're a young, naive person. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know the battles out here, how people are surviving off of other people. You don't know that. You don't know that you're fighting the narcissist battle by just being around them, but you're just afraid of fighting your own battles now because you're in so deep with this person, when it's better to just let go and try to survive on your own, right? The narcissist is going to be in battle with their own friend trying to get that supply. They're going to be fighting over the same person. They're going to be trying to make that person look bad with their partner. They're going to try to snitch on that person. Oh, my friend's a dog. I'm the good guy. They're in battle with their friends. They're in battle with everyone. And that's what people don't get, is that a lot of these narcissists, they gather around together, they help one another out with their battles, but they're in a battle with each other. Some narcissists, in order to get you to fight their battles, they come at you like they're loners. They come at you like they don't really like being around people. They don't really like being around their family and their friends. They're trying to relate to you because they know that's maybe how you are. And even if that's not who you are, that's not even your personality, the narcissist will tell you who you are. And that's the type of person they're looking for, and they'll bring you down to that level of the type of person that they're looking for. They'll break you down to believe it's normal. And the whole time they're partying behind your back, they're going places behind your back. They pop up on their friends when you don't even know. This is the mistake that a lot of empaths make, is that you defend narcissists in their battles. You look like the narcissist. When people view you as the narcissist, you think they're the narcissist because they're coming at you sideways because they see something that you can't see, and you think you know everything. It's like your parents telling you, oh, that boy, he's not right. And you're like, he hasn't done anything. Well, I'm leaving. Well, I'm going to move in with him, and people can see it a mile away, because they've lived long enough. They know how people are, but you are trusting. You want your friends coming over because they're fighting battles. Hey, can I sleep at your house? And they're fighting their own battles, and you feel like you're connecting with them through trauma. And now, you have friends that are stealing from you. You have friends who are coming and disrespecting your home, disrespecting your family, disrespecting everything you've ever told them, because they were always in battle with you. No matter how nice you were with them, you could have gave them, shoes, clothes, looked out for them. And they feel like, hey, I'm in this battlefield. You have more than me. They're like on survival mode. That's what a lot of people don't understand about narcissists. They're on survival mode. And it's not until you yourself are on survival mode, you see everything clear as daylight, but you feel like you can't live life at war with everyone, right? You feel like you can't be at war with everyone. This is why, there's that quote, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world? Or would you rather be at peace with yourself and at war with the world? It's not good to put yourself in a position, to fight other people's battles. Unless, this person is worth the sacrificing yourself. You didn't know you were sacrificing yourself. Most narcissists are not going to come to you at peace. And what's crazy is that they come at you acting like it's you who's at war, right? And you're actually, you might have problems, issues, but for the most part, you're at peace, but you just don't appreciate your peace. You don't realize how lucky you are in many ways to have certain peace when it comes to living or just having food on the table, having a roof over your head. You don't realize how peaceful life can be, or sometimes you might appreciate how life and peace, how peaceful life is, and you don't even, have traumas that are bothering you. But the narcissist will come into your life and they'll bring out traumas from your past and make you feel like those traumas are still eating you up alive, instead of bringing you peace in order to succeed and move to the next level. So this is why, it's very important to not, be so gullible to people who are at war. This is why I say, you could be going to work and, you have a coworker that works a different shift, and this person, they're friends with everyone, and they come into their shift and now they're telling people, they're telling your boss that you're not doing anything, but your actions are showing for themselves. You're being watched, you're being monitored. They're saying all these things about you, and now your boss is, taking a deeper look at you. Now they're studying you. And they see that you don't gossip. They see that you're always working. And then they're watching the cameras. They're watching these people just talking and gossiping. They know, hey, this person's making this accusation, but they're over here talking to all these people. They're just targeting this person because, they're friends with everyone else. And they want to blame someone for all this, but they don't want to blame none of the people they befriended, because those are the people they gossip with. They talk about their problems. They talk about their battles with. And those people, they don't care about your battles, the narcissist battles, even if they act like they do and they care about each other, but they're trying to show this person loyalty by lying, by building more trauma, by creating more battles at work. They create new battles to connect to people. So why not? Especially if they feel like, they can't connect to you. But if you don't feed into them, you don't confront them, because that's what they want. The moment you confront them, or you tell them, why are you saying this about me? This isn't true. Now they feel attacked. You tell them the truth. Now they feel attacked. Now they're talking to other employees. Now they're all plotting on you. They're all trying to sabotage you altogether. But if you just don't feed into it, don't act like you don't even know, then it's just gonna pass by. They might even test you. They might even do things. They might even put traps, and you just go around the traps without complaining. And a lot of times, sometimes it could, certain people they can stand up for you. They can stand up for you and tell them, hey, it's not right. They can stand up for your battle. And now the narcissist feels like you're standing up for her battle. Oh, so you're a flying monkey. So you're the narcissist. Now they're projecting that onto that person that defended you. You see how the person that defends people can seem like the narcissist to the narcissist? Because they've created a whole scenario in their head, and then they're trying to play it out, and they already know they're going to get certain reactions, or they might not know, but that's just how their mind works. And they might really think they're not doing anything wrong. They might really think that they got their story straight, because a lot of narcissists, they always assume things about people. So that when they assume things, they run with it. They assume it was you who's not working. They're going to run with it. Oh, it was you. It had to be you. They're just going to run with it. And they like doing this because it creating new battles and being involved in other people's battles takes away from their own battles. And then they have people who justify everything that they've went through, and it makes the narcissist feel like they're a victim, and they like that. They like the attention on them. They can't be in a healthy relationship. So, not for too long, and their way of distracting themselves is by going into people's worlds, finding out your fears and bringing those fears out. And they'll have you thinking of trauma that you weren't even thinking about, because it's their way to connect to you and heal through you. This is why you'll notice that the same people that you help, once you start speaking to them of things that they don't want to hear, they're going to turn on you. It's kind of like, when you're healing from narcissist abuse and you're watching videos, but then you're avoiding certain videos because you're like, I don't want to be triggered by the truth. So if you keep asking, what does the narcissist get out of being with me? Because I used to ask myself that, I would be like, I'm not giving this person any money. If they want to be, if they want to have sex, they can have sex with other people. Because they make it seem like, if you're not with them, they'll just have someone else. But if that's the case, they wouldn't had tried to make it work with so many people, until they finally found someone. And then on top of that, wait around to see if that person really likes them, because they're not really sure, and they don't want to get played and lose you as a supply. And then when they do lose you as a supply, they act desperate. You don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe that someone has been draining you, tearing you down, fighting with you, wasting your time, just being around you, feeding you dreams, and their mission, was just never to be serious with you. Their mission was, for you to protect them from the people that are after them. If they have multiple kids, they're hiding from child support, or they're working under the table jobs, or they're working part-time, and then the rest of the time they're with you because they don't want to make enough money to give anyone any money. Everything has to be under their terms. They're planting seeds of what you shouldn't want in a relationship based on what they don't want to give you. So these people will multiply. It will go from one person to the flying monkeys to now the whole neighborhood. They multiply, like I said, these people multiply like roaches with their negativity. This is why, you can't fight the narcissist battles and you can't go into their battlefield, and this is why even defending people as an empath has gotten you into a lot of trouble over, the years, over, however long, you've been going through this mess with these type of people, until you realized a lot of these people didn't care about you and you were there for them, right? So it's just like that person, at work that defends you, and now, hey, you're the flying monkey, you don't know how to mind your business, then it must be you, or, don't tell me about myself. What did I do? They feel offended, like you shouldn't even have said nothing. And now they're more mad at you for interfering. And now they're not even thinking about you because you're not thinking about them. And they feel like, oh, you were able to get them to be a flying monkey. They feel like you manipulated them when you're not. They're just standing up for you because they know you're a good person. But now they're attacking this person. And if this person keeps calling them out, now guess what? They try to get other people, the other people that are not doing their work, the people they should be blaming. That's why you're like, why is the narcissist treating me bad, but they're not treating the people around them bad? And you're wondering because they need those people to a certain extent. And now all those people are gathering with the narcissist to save their own ass. And, they think they're empaths because they might be going through something in their life, and they feel like, hey, I have to defend this person. I'm loyal to this person. I have to show them I'm loyal to them because they're loyal to me. Not knowing that, they're going to have to pay the consequences of that. They think they're not, but that's why they're going through that hell in their own life, and that's why they're still going through it. That's why they can't get out of their own battle. They're, in everyone else's battle, right along with their own, involving the narcissist in their own. And the narcissist is always going to, they're always going to give you bad advice. They're going to give you some good advice, but they're always going to plant seeds and make you think that those are your own thoughts. They'll tell you, I did this to my ex, I did that, and I would have did this, but that's just me. They put ideas, they feel you. And now, they have all these people at work, and they're trying to attack you, attack the person that defended you. And like I said, your work shows for itself. The person who defends you, their work is going to show for itself. If they aren't working and they're involving themselves and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're going to be right along with the pack, because it's not so much that they wanted to defend you, is that person might not like that person, and they're trying to make you trust them because they're defending you. And then you think, oh, this person's defending me, I should trust them, I should have their back. And now you're battling with them, knowing you didn't even want to give these people energy, but you feel like you need to now because this person's jumping up. And now everything can be directed back at you. Or this person might have just said what they had to say. And guess what? Like I said, people are going to know your worth ethic. And they're going to say, oh, no, this person just defended this person because they know that person's a good person. But if that person is defending you and now they take it to a disrespectful level, now they're fighting, cussing, ready to fight, and they're doing all these things, they're going to know something's not right here. I understand you're defending this person, but what you took it too far. But you only took it too far because you took something personal from them and you tried to involve yourself in this battle, and you wanted to go to war. You wanted someone that didn't want to go to war with you. So it's a very sticky game, a very sticky battle with dealing with people. And this is why all you can do is just do your best to, be good to people and let go of certain situations, not seek revenge, because the narcissist, they're constantly in a battle. They're constantly in the battlefield. When they leave you, when your family's not talking to you, guess what? They're just going to pick another person to go to battle with. And a lot of times it's going to be people that never defended you when they were at war with you. They didn't even defend you. But now when they're going to war with these people, they want you to save them, and you don't really owe them anything. They didn't defend you when you went to war. So are you going to put your life on the line defending someone who's going to war, even with your enemies? Are you going to click up with them because of the same people? Because that's what narcissists do. They click up with people and mutual people they feel like are enemies with you. This is why they go and click up with your enemies when they're done with you. So are you going to deal with people that when you were going to war, they never defended you, and now you're going to defend them because they're at war, and now you're putting yourself at risk? You're putting yourself at risk for all these people to come looking for you when they weren't even thinking about you. They've been focused on that person. So if you go click up with them, you're going to be back in the battle with everyone else. To know that you're in a battle with people who are dealing with different battles, and anyone who comes into your life and does not bring you peace is considered a narcissist. You should just view them as a narcissist. You don't have no peace around these people, or you start seeing that they're lying. When people lie to you, they're going to take away your peace. You're going to feel like, oh, this person lied to me about something, and it's going to take away your peace. You feel like, oh, you came in my world. I'm seeing a red flag. I have to be aware that you might be someone that I might go to war with because you lie. You lie on people. You're battling demons and you're lying and you're making things up for me to feel sorry for you because I caught you in a lie. So people who are, genuinely good people, they're going to bring peace into your life. They're going to bring truth, even if it hurts, even if it's something you don't want to hear. It's the truth. Someone who's being honest with you. And most people say they're real people. Most people say they're real people because they've been through a lot. A lot of people been through a lot. But if you feel like someone telling you some truth, or you disrespecting someone and them not having nice things to say about you because of your own actions, and now you want to go to war with them when they have their own opinion based on what you represented, you can't go to war with them for expressing their experience with you, because guess what? You might think you're a good person, but that's not what they experience with you. They experience someone that didn't bring them peace, or someone that was trying to say something about them that wasn't true. So some people say they like real people. They like honest people, and they're like, oh, I like this person. They're honest. You hear people on the internet, I like this rapper. I like this, but they're always keeping it real. A lot of narcissists who look up to people like that can't even take real, because if they had a real person in front of them, they wouldn't like them. They would not like them. They will try to belittle anything they say. They will try to take away their confidence. They will, try to tell you who you are. They wouldn't be able to take, honest criticism. They wouldn't be able to take, the truth. And even if the truth was given to them and they acted like they appreciated the truth, they're only going to find ways to flip the truth and to turn on you for telling them the truth, or or not give you credit for telling them the truth. Take your information and act like you never were there for them, never put them on. And now they pretend to be like you. They pretend like they're real people, but everything is based on deception. And this is why later on you realize that the narcissist was never real. They were never cut from a different cloth. They were always, fake. They're not being present for the people that saved them while they were in that battlefield fighting their demons. They don't give back. They don't give you your flowers. They're disrespectful, and they lie on you and they twist stories, and they're really awful with, how they treat the people that looked out for them. And they'll just keep, going from one battlefield to another. And this is why you can't even worry about these people, because no matter, how many scars and burns and, how many trials you went through in this battlefield, you made it out. You're at peace. You don't have to worry about all the shady stuff you did, all the people coming after you for the shady stuff you did. You don't have to worry about none of that. You don't have to worry about not being able to get certain things because you got those things the wrong way. You stole something to survive, and now, other scavengers, other narcissists are coming for you because they don't respect you, because they feel like, hey, it's like if you stole something from someone and then someone steals that from you, you can't sit there and cry. You can't sit there and cry because, you were out in that battlefield, and you thought, you were never going to get caught. You thought that you weren't ever going to get got. And this is why it's dangerous, defending the narcissist and fighting their battles, because that's what happens to most empaths. You fight their battles and then you end up paying for everything. And then the narcissist feels like they got away when technically, they didn't get away, but you got hurt in the process, So I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, book a session. If you guys are interested, just give me about 24 hours to respond to you. And as always, I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace in your healing. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.